Zach, we're,
Hey.
we're a day late getting this stream up.
Oh,
I have had
no.
no time to do prep, and shortly before we went live, the light in this room just went out. So we are fucking killing it. We're killing it.
Our viewer is going to be pissed.
Truly. I think we're going to get an angry suggestion of an email. I don't know what that means. I started talking. What is a suggestion of an email? Either way, that means MovieBot is on low power tonight. He's got some residual energy, but I don't know how much we'll be hearing from him tonight. MovieBot, are you there?
Yeah.
Are you around in the ether somewhere?
What's that smell?
MovieBot loves being a part of the show. I don't think we should
low
be
power.
We're on low power, which means he can only access the Hulk Hogan filmography at the moment.
Which movie was that? Do you know?
That is No Holds Barred, written by Terry Hulk Hogan, Balea, and Vince McMahon in a hotel room over like 2 days.
Oh my God. With a pound of cocaine.
Oh, probably so much
fucking
fucking
writer.
cocaine.
The third writer was a pound of cocaine.
It's basically Hulk Hogan's star was kind of rising. He wanted to leave wrestling, do movies. Vince McMahon, the guy who runs the WWE at the time, was like, don't leave. If you want to do a movie, I'll make a fucking movie. And you can do that movie. And they didn't know how to make a movie, and it shows by No Holds Barred.
Maybe it was on purpose to make his movie career just tank.
Yeah,
right
that's it. That's it. That's what happened to Hulk Hogan's movie career.
Vince McMahon strikes again.
Yeah.
Because we're on low power and all this shit, happened to you, we are not going to be doing any bits tonight. I just want the audience to know. Normally we have fun bits. We're not going to do anything tonight. So instead of doing a bit, I did want to talk about something that happened to me this week. It's really weird. I went out, was leaving my place, and there was a giant box. And I'm like, did I order something from Amazon and forget it? And I don't.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time.
It looks like it was supposed to go to the U.S. military. Yeah, and I brought it inside and I opened it up, and there's like a big, like vat, like canister type thing, like like 4 feet off the ground.
I assume it's too heavy to roll in.
Yeah. I can't bring it over here, but it's right off screen. I was gonna should I open it on camera? Do you think, or like what's
yeah? What do you want to do? Do you want to? Should we play the trailer? Should we have MovieBot play the trailer, and you want to open that up, or do we want to save that for later? Or should we leave that close?
Let's wait. Let's wait. Later.
Let's talk about Return of the Living Dead, and then maybe see how we feel about it. MovieBot, can you run the trailer, please? And then get rid of us. Thank you.
They only come out at night. They're mean, rude, and dead. Not them. Them.
There's 100 of those things out there.
How many did you say?
100.
The dead are refusing to remain buried.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna call the boss.
They've come back to life. They're hungry. And they're not vegetarians.
The graveyard out there's full of people coming out of the ground.
We have a little problem.
What the hell is going on there?
Rabid weasels.
What?
More brains.
Do you want pie? It's party time. We got a pie. It's party time. Do you want pie?
They're back from the grave and ready to party.
It's party time.
The return of the living dead.
We watch movies and we talk movies and we load movies into a really big gun and shoot it onto the internet. Big movie.
Return of the Living Dead, the alternative sequel to Night of the Living Dead. What a scene double feature.
Like we said last week, we needed this.
This was the opposite of Street Fighter Mortal Kombat, right? Of just like I think we had framed this to each other when we talked about doing it of like, let's get into it. Like, what's the better movie? And like, they're just both good movies, man.
Yeah. They're both fantastic.
We will have to make a decision, obviously, when Return of the Living Dead enters the titular big movie canon. But no problem watching either of these goddamn movies this week, you know?
No. Fantastic movies.
I watched probably the first 30 minutes like last week just to like start it, and then when I went to watch the rest of it tonight before we went live. I didn't like scroll ahead a half hour. I watched the first half hour again. Like no problem. No fucking problem.
I mean, it goes, man. It gets just right off the bat. They open that fucking stupid thing and it's so good.
Yeah. So quick history of this movie. We kind of gave it with Dawn of the Dead. But the basic gist here is Night of the Living Dead was my understanding is that most of this is just from research I was doing this week. But most of the movie element of Night of the Living Dead was George Romero. Story by was a lot of John Russo. So a lot of the kind of divided up rights to a sequel were sort of in like, well, it was my fucking story, you know? Romero and Russo went their separate ways. John Russo wrote a book called Return of the Living Dead. That was it was not allowed to call itself a sequel to Night of the Living Dead. But he was allowed to use Living Dead in the title, and it is related to this movie in almost no way. They are.
But then he wrote another one.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Got it. He wrote that book, and they tried to make it into a movie, and it didn't happen. And then I think when he did this movie years later, he wrote this as a book. I don't know if it was before or after, but
I think got it. I believe it was a novelization of this movie. If I'm now putting some pieces together.
So there's two Return to the Living Dead books by the same guy that are completely different.
Right.
And I think the first one is more a straight up sequel that is it is no comedy. I don't
know. It is more in line with Night of the Living Dead. I believe it's kind of the similar sort of siege setup, but it involves a hyper religious cultish family. How they some real I was looking for it before, but I didn't look too hard because it's not Return of the Living Dead. I have a John Russo book that I just randomly picked up at a used bookstore. Very into the used bookstore lately.
Is he an author aside from?
He is. Yes, he has a lot of like pulp horror books. That is what he primarily does. He's not a movie guy. He is
either Return of the Living Dead is any good as books.
Yeah, I do. I have a strong desire to start collecting movie novelizations.
Oh, we were texting about this over the last week because I saw on eBay someone is selling the first 4 Halloween movie novelizations.
Yeah.
For like $300, $400 or something, which I'm not going to pay. But like, I wish I had access to those fucking things because I would read the shit out of those.
They're
and it would take a weekend, you know, like
right. They're all I can't assume they're great literature, but I bet there are some good. I hear like the Alien novelization is really good.
No, I think the first Halloween one is supposed to be really good too, because
there is I wish I had it on hand. There is a publisher right now that's republishing old horror movie novelizations.
Oh, are they?
So I may pick a couple, like, you know, real cheap, like $8 paperbacks. You can find them on Amazon. So I might pick up a couple of those.
Oh yeah. The guy who wrote the first Halloween novelization worked with John Carpenter to write a script for Halloween 4 before they went another way with it.
Got it.
Where I have the script. I should send it to you. It's kind of fun to read. It's because it's got a lot of stuff that they.
I think I have. I think you have sent it to me in the past. I think I
Yeah,
did skim
yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
I miss reading. I haven't read a screenplay in a little while. We used to get them because Emily's in the guild. So around award season, they used to send them out. All the
love that.
screenplays for that year. So it was cool. So we have a bunch of screenplays lying around. And they're in like small, like mass market paperback size. And they're cool. They're cool to have around. But that was, speaking of novelizations and screenplays, it's funny how spoiler culture has evolved, right? Not really a thing we give a shit about on this show because they're mostly talking about old movies that you probably should have seen. But I remember like reading the novelization of X-Men The Last Stand, the third X-Men movie, before the movie came out. Like I read it. And actually that one was, I obviously haven't
probably
read it
better than the movie.
I think it was better than I remember being like, the novelization was like good. What happened?
Yeah. Well, because Brett Ratner didn't direct the novelization.
Right. Ain't that about a bitch? There's not a terrible fucking de-aging on but yeah, that was the class of shit I was reading in high school.
In middle school, I used to, I think in elementary school too, I used to, for book reports, when you got to pick your own book, I almost always pick a novelization. And I'm assuming that my teachers thought I was just watching the movie, but I was reading the entire novelizations of those books.
Yeah, you would be the guy who
yeah,
I believe you. I believe that you would read it. Fuck your teacher.
I could tell my teacher the differences between the two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have the one movie novelization I have on my bookshelf right now is the novelization of what was the Zack Snyder Rebel Moon. I have the Rebel Moon Part 1 novelization that I bought from Target on a whim. I believe I texted you when I was buying it. And I, in the same way that I cannot get through that fucking movie. I've seen that movie twice now. I've seen it twice, and I've talked about the phenomenon before. I was like, the second time, I'm like, I'm not going to have my phone on me. I am going to watch this fucking movie. And Zach, my eyes were open and on the screen, and my brain just went elsewhere.
Yeah, I did not watch the whole movie, so I can't in good conscience give it a review, but I would say I don't think that would be better in book form.
It's the first couple of pages. I'm like, this is gobbledygook. No offense to the writer who had to like do it.
Right. Got paid.
Right.
Adapt a Zack Snyder screenplay into a book.
Not an easy task would be my guess. Oh my God, they wanted that. We're gonna have to do those movies at some point, and that will.
Are we?
Ritual on our final episode, Zach, when we're like, pack it in, it's not worth doing anymore. I can't stay up this late anymore. When we're 80, yes, oh yeah. When we're 80, we will finally do the Rebel Moon duology. To make 2 or 3 of those, two. They only made 2.
See, there's 2, but there's 2 cuts of each.
Fucking hell! All right, so
don't forget that it was the stuff that they made him take out of the movie. Only wait, they didn't.
Because it went. I'm mad all over again. I don't even want to talk about fucking Return of the Living Dead. I want to talk about how mad. What the fuck?
We should have a button, like a sound clip that is like, Brian gets mad about Rebel Moon.
Fucking nonsense. Like, it's. And I remember people being like, well, the extended cut's way better. And like, obviously, like everybody is with every fucking extended cut. Like, why didn't you put that in the fucking movie that's going to be on fucking Netflix?
Right. They just wanted to do a Snyder cut thing again with the hype. But you can't manufacture that, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. So, Return of the Living Dead. Dan O'Bannon is director on this. This is his directorial debut. I mentioned the Alien novelization. You probably know him for writing Alien.
Yes, one of the writers on Alien. Definitely, it originated with him.
Right.
Yeah.
And we said it. I think we have been more. I think this movie's a blast. I think this is a great Halloween party movie. You know, it's got a cemetery, it's got a morgue, it's got fantastic zombie creatures. I think the imagination is off the charts on this movie.
It's just a blast. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
No, I think it's like 80 minutes, 80 something minutes.
Right. It is saying things, but it's not like heavy-handed or obnoxious.
No, it's kind of the opposite of Dawn of the Dead. In it's like it's still a middle finger, like fuck the government, like they don't give a shit about us. But
yeah, it is.
It's a very punk rock movie.
It's like a Doctor Strangelove zombie movie, kind of in
Yes.
some ways, at some points.
Yes.
Now, since this is a show where we are basically unilaterally deciding the canon, the movie canon,
right,
a big movie canon, I guess you could say,
movie canon.
We should have a discussion, and we don't have to do it now. It's going to have to come at least by the time we do our letterbox lists.
Yeah.
Is this a horror comedy, and what is a horror comedy?
I was also thinking about that, and we will have to decide it around our letterboxed. It's
how much comedy is required for a horror comedy,
right? And I have a lot of thoughts around horror comedy. And a part of me, yes, I would say this is it's a very funny movie, right? It's frequently being funny. So, but horror and comedy are so linked. It's a weird kind of mesh of all horror movies should have jokes and light moments in them. I think, and we can talk about it. I think we should have a horror list and a comedy list. And if something is sort of rides that line, they get ranked separately.
Oh, interesting.
They go on the horror list.
We
go on the comedy list.
Ooh, I love that. But do we also have a third horror comedy list, or no? We just say that's not a genre. We decide right now it's not a genre, you and me.
So I'm open to putting a pin in it, you know, of like maybe, because right now I'm kind of putting, I want to put my foot down and say it's not really a thing. Shaun of the Dead's not a horror movie, you know, that's a comedy with horror elements.
Yeah, because the thing about I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead since the theater, but I don't remember it being scary.
No, it's got some gore
at all. It's got gore, but I don't believe the intent is to scare.
No, it is almost always to make you laugh.
Right. And if horror comedy is a true genre or subgenre, it has to have both.
Yes.
In almost equal amounts, I would say.
Yes, I guess so. For the sake of argument here, let's get into it. I would like to articulate kind of why I don't think it's a thing. And it's because horror and comedy being so similar, the way they work are set expectations and then subvert that expectation with some sort of release. In comedy, that's a laugh. In horror, that is a scare. Either way, it is a tension release. Tense,
usually in a horror movie, you get the scare and then 0.5 seconds later you're laughing.
Right, but I do think that's the same. Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. It's like you get the release, you know, like it got me.
Right. Which, you know, is to say, like The Exorcist, on a lot of people's lists, like the scariest movie ever made. If you were there at the time, a hilarious movie. It's The Exorcist is not on its face, not literally, but it's frequently being funny. William Peter Blatty, who wrote it, who wrote the novel, was a comedy guy. He was a comedy writer before, and who happened to write a very scary book, you know?
I feel like Scream, when it came out, was often mislabeled a horror comedy because it is very funny.
Very misleading, yeah.
Very funny, but absolutely not a horror comedy because...
No.
But why? What is... You and I agree, but why? Why is that
it's not super... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we haven't solved this one today.
I guess the percentage of comedy in Scream is much less than the horror. It is serious. It has a serious thing.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a marathon, man. We might need a
Hate
marathon.
those.
We might need to do a marathon of horror comedies and see kind of what that means, and we might need to litigate it there.
But we'd have to decide before we put them in the marathon.
I think they are. I think
What
they
if
are
it
things
was?
that are
What if it
classically
was?
called horror comedies.
Or horror comedies? Question
That's
mark.
yep. Question
Is
mark.
the- is the name of
Question
the
mark.
marathon.
Put it on the list. Put it on the list. That we are scientists here on Big Movie Canon, and people will appreciate these. People will look to us in the future.
We're not
and
doing
see
this for us. This is
No.
for the good of the world.
We are the Supreme Court of movies.
Okay,
But
I don't love being compared to the Supreme Court.
we are the ultra mega court of movies. With like rocket ships and T-Rexes, and also we have a T-Rex who sits on the bench with us. We are a non-political body who
We're borrowing the T-Rex from the Bat Cave, and we also have a giant coin.
yeah.
And,
And also we're both Batman.
You know what? Just one of these Batman movies, I want them to put the T-Rex and the giant coin
Put the
in the
fucking
Bat Cave.
T-Rex and the giant
You
coin
know what I
in
mean?
there. Put it in there. It's awesome.
I don't know how he got those things, but
Why
know.
aren't they in the Tim Burton one? I guess they kind of came after. I think it's the animated series, but
yeah.
which was based upon. But fuck, put it in there. Put it in there. I don't think they quite go in the Matt Reeves ones, even though they could. The Matt Reeves one could take a fantasy direction if they wanted.
So I saw Return of the Living Dead in middle school. I was having a sleepover with a buddy of mine. He either brought it or insisted we rent it, and
Great
we
sleepover
watched it. He was very excited about the nudity. He knew he had seen it before. He knew it was there.
Yeah.
I think I was a little too young to get. For me, I hadn't hit that point where I was like, "Yowza!"
Yeah. Man,
and I thought it was.
You've unlocked something of like renting the movie. You knew the booby, you and your butts like renting the movie. You knew the boobies were in. Like, let's get the boobies movie, and just sit and watch the boobies movie together.
Yeah, I do remember. I don't know if we ever did it on purpose, but I remember renting movies, horror movies, whatever, and there'd be nudity at sleepovers. And we'd all laugh and whatever, but I never was like, I never could get turned on around my.
Oh, I
buddies.
could pull it off. That was part of the appeal of like horror movies in the trashy genre, right?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have to go to the pornographic theater to see boobies. The boobies would be in the mainstream cinema.
Yeah, and I was listening to a podcast recently, and I can't remember which one it was, but they were talking about how there's no nudity or sex scenes in movies anymore, and one of them was arguing that sucks, and the other one was like, we don't need them anymore because we have like porn is so readily available. And I was like, think of the kids.
Think of the kids.
The kids
Think
who
of the
don't have
kids.
access to the porn because their parents put some kind of barrier on their phone, some kind of security. These poor kids.
Also, kids should not have unfettered access to the pornography that is available now. Think about what we were fucking around with and what is available now just on the homepage of Pornhub.
Dude, I remember I must have been late elementary, early middle school, probably late elementary. And my friend and his older brother had somehow gotten a hold of a porn, like not even a Playboy, something more hardcore than that. But still, I guess the point of the story is I saw one glance of it and I was like, oh, what's that?
Right.
I'm so uncomfortable. It was 1/1,000,000th of what you can see with the click of the button on your computer.
I don't know where Oregon's at of a lot of the some of the pornographic websites are blocked here in Virginia. Voluntarily by some of the websites. Basically, there's this whole thing around like you got to be able to prove you're 18. And a lot of the porn sites of like, hey, it's a real slippery slope having to like show identification to access a pornographic website, which I see what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah. You end up on some kind of list.
Right. And one could also argue, like, all right, rather than, and I've done no fucking research on this, let's be fucking clear, but like a relatively monitored website like Pornhub, which, you know, is making sure, once again, but like, I believe at least the image they would like to show is like, hey, if your video is up on there and you don't want it on there, there is a moderation team taking care of that. If there are things that shouldn't be on there, there is a hired staff taking care of that. And instead of, so it's just sending people to shadier fucking websites.
Oh no, yeah, that's bad. It's tough because we gotta, you should have to do more than say you're 18. Okay, like we gotta figure something out.
We maybe gotta figure something out. It's rather than just type in say you're 18 and see the most fucked up thing you've ever fucking seen.
I mean, honestly, the easy answer is parents should be less shitty.
You should be very aware of what your children are doing on the internet, and also don't let them on it at all. Also shut off the internet.
Right.
Just shut off the whole thing right fucking now. Shut it off.
I think you should somehow make it so your daughter doesn't know about the internet until she's 18.
I
don't know how, but
I'm gonna hand her a fucking piece of sidewalk chalk and tell her that's an iPad. That's we did get her a little portable DVD player for the
yes.
It's
yes.
Yeah. Just don't even want her fucking with she only gets it on car rides of 4 hours or more, which we do. We, you know, my family's up north, so we do that semi frequently. But yeah, we decided the DVD player was maybe better than the tablet. As far as amusement here,
that is a million times better. That's so great.
I also just generally, we'll get to the movie, but we're talking about it with boobies. There's boobies in the movie, so we're talking about them. But anyway, I also, as a parent, am enjoying. She likes DVDs. Not just she doesn't even want to go on the streaming service. She asked for the DDD. She will be the last kid of her generation to ever know what a DVD is, I think. And I like it I can put a movie on and then go do some housework, do the dishes, whatever. And then the movie ends and there's not another thing. It doesn't auto serve another thing. And I lose track of time and just how long she's been in front of the TV, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just an automatic screen time timer because there's not another movie on there.
Yeah, they can just watch the movie again if they want to.
Right. But then I will notice, hey, I remember the beginning of the Paw Patrol movie. I've seen it 200 times now. We're going to do the Paw Patrol movie on this fucking show one day.
No, we can't possibly.
Yeah, I can't wait for you.
We'll have to do, if I lose some kind of bet, then we'll have to do that. And then if I win, we'll have to do something you will hate.
Yeah. I can't. What could you dig out that I would hate?
I don't know. Maybe like an old movie that we made at some point, or
no, fucking hell.
Brian, that would be just as embarrassing for me. So
yeah. That's mutually assured destruction. We should have it. We should have that loaded up to play in full here, and it's just the mutual destruction button.
Yeah. Don't push it. Don't you fucking push it.
We shouldn't give MovieBot that kind of accent.
No.
Groovy.
No.
So, I did want to talk. We'll get into maybe the plot of the movie. Maybe, I don't know. But there is some. Leona Quigley plays one of the punk kids in this movie. There are
Trash. He plays a character named Trash.
Fuck yeah. There are. This is sort of ensemble-ish. There are. That's maybe not the right word to use, but there are several factions of characters who come together.
Yes, I wanted to dive into that a little bit. And one thing I love about this movie, it's like it's very Friday the 13th kind of era teen horror movie, but also the two main characters are 60-year-old dudes. And I love it. It's like these two old guys stumbled into this teen horror movie.
Right.
you know.
Right.
I just
Uh,
love that aspect. I really
it's great.
dug, like, how many horror movies do you see where the main characters are 60-year-old dudes?
And then also factored by, like, this movie was successful. It was kind of a hit.
Yeah,
A hit is
yeah,
maybe strong, but like this
yeah.
was a popular movie. It made a lot
I
of money.
I thought I thought the performances by the three old guys who
Yeah.
were in this movie were fantastic.
Yes.
I mean,
It's
like,
so
the teenagers are good too, but the main characters are the older guys, and it's just
perfectly tuned to the tone of the movie, you know?
right. They're
Exactly
in. They
cheated the
get it.
audience correctly. Yes.
They
Yes.
knew the assignment perfectly.
Yes.
So good.
Just sort of like groundedly cartoonish at times, you know?
Right. And I
Uh,
just the Clue Gulager is the main guy, and he is he's like trying to the zombie apocalypse is happening. He's like still trying to save his business,
yeah.
right? Throughout the whole thing.
Right. So one of the factions of these characters are these teen punkers, right?
Right.
Who I think are great. I love the girl who's just like, I want a party. And, absolute just stereotypes of 80s punker kids.
But
Which
there's like it does seem like there's like a couple different cliques in there because you got the one girl who
yes,
seems more straight laced or like
yes.
jockey, yeah.
Yes. Um, but these kids are they end up hanging out in a cemetery. That's where they go to party because they're waiting for the other kid, right? The straight laced girl goes to get her boyfriend who works at the
Right.
medical supply.
The basic setup is we start with this old guy and this young dude who work at a medical supply place. They get into some shit that starts bringing the dead back to life, and then it intersects with that guy. The young man's girlfriend is hanging out with their friends, the punks,
Right.
and they're like waiting for him to get off work, so they're messing around the graveyard.
I think there's a line in there about the kid working at the place. I was like, he got a job. What? Like,
Yeah, like boo, yeah, sellout.
hell yeah, kids. Hell yeah. But while the kids are hanging out in the graveyard, there is a very famous scene where Trash, played by Leona Quigley, does a over the top naked dance in the cemetery. She's naked in the cemetery for the rest of the movie. And Leona Quigley, who some real horror diehards may recognize from. Hold on. We're gonna get it. Leanna Quigley's horror workout, which I could not. Linnea, you got it. This I wish I had time before the show to get a real clip from it so that I could show some of it. Unfortunately, I cannot pull the whole thing up and scrub through it because there is so much fucking nudity.
Right. It is a workout
Yeah.
video. The viewer probably was getting a workout when they rented it of some sort. They were sweating.
Correct.
Their heart rate was elevated.
So all of the porn talk, all of the booby talk was to sort of get to a conversation about nudity in movies. Zach, how do you feel about nudity in movies?
I mean, it's all about context, right? It just depends. Like, for example, the nudity in this movie is kind of all encompassing because it's both shameless and also making fun of itself.
Yes.
The one character, as soon as she starts stripping, goes, "Oh my gosh, she's taking off her clothes again."
Right.
It's doing the thing, but also making fun of itself for doing the thing.
Right. And yeah, it's such an interesting. I feel like the kids these days are leaning a lot more conservative, especially in the sex department. They're kind of afraid of it. I think this has been
even amongst the liberal crowd, in terms of sex and nudity in movies, it does feel more conservative in that respect.
Yeah, and it's very. I don't know quite how we got here. I think there's a lot around. We have been relitigating like tensions around sex as a culture, right?
Yeah.
And I do think some of this and the way it's gone is just the way we can't really have any sort of nuance in any sort of internet discussions and
Right.
why we should turn off the internet. But yeah, I remember people talking about the unnecessary nudity in Oppenheimer, and I had a stroke and died because, like, that is like it's art is meant to elicit emotion, right? Reflect
Right.
emotion.
Yeah.
And being horny is an emotion.
Oh, also,
but that's not related to
nothing-
Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's not meant to get you horny. That's meant to show his relationship to women and sex and how he doesn't give a shit about it.
right. Also,
Uh,
none of it's necessary. We don't have.
none of
We
it's
don't have to do any. We don't have to do anything.
we don't have to do anything, right? But
We
like
have to-
sex is part of the human fucking experience.
Right.
For a lot of fucking people, and yes, it should be reflected in art in some way. Now that said, it can be exploitative,
Of course.
certainly.
Yep.
Now
Gratuitous,
also
exploitative.
now, and this is I have another addendum here, but what's wrong with having a little fucking fun, right? Like, what's wrong with like a little
Right.
trash, a little sleaze?
No,
It's
why
fun,
not?
it's dirty, it's a little
Especially in a horror movie or a slasher movie, which the whole thing is. That's the whole enterprise.
right. It's a little like a carny on the boardwalk. Like, let's go into the boardwalk and I'll show you some
Right,
fucked up
exactly,
shit.
yeah.
Like, that's what a horror videotape should do, right?
But and there's other types of nudity. There were a lot of like steamy thrillers in the late '80s, early '90s that had
Yes.
nudity and sex scenes. But that was the point. Is that those were all about passion and eroticism and like obsession and how those things are all intertwined. And so
and
you show some
also people
movies.
used to go to the movies on a date and like, hey, maybe you see a fucking movie with your
Yeah.
date and you're a little
Ah.
fucking turned on from the attractive naked people in the movie, because it would be a fun thing to do on a date. Now the important caveat here that I simply must say as two white dudes talking about nudity in movies, but there's of course the element of Hollywood, the famously wholesome place where no one gets fucking,
Right.
This is all we hope. Everyone's getting paid and no one feels pressured to do anything they want to do.
Yeah.
And that doesn't
Yeah.
always fucking happen.
Of
I would say in a
course.
lot of
Yeah.
trashy movies, it didn't. That said, if you aren't willing to kind of engage with that weird fucking line, movies may not be the hobby for you.
Look, I think that aspect of it has gotten so much better in the last 10 years and will
Yes.
continue to get better. And as it does, I think we can welcome nudity back in because now everyone's signed off. Everyone's going to get paid. Let's ease it back in.
It was just talking about going on a date. I forget exactly what the movie. It was the Nicole Kidman. Her entry into the older woman, younger man canon that's popular right now. We didn't like
something.
Baby. It was a baby girl. But we didn't love the movie. But like, it was a little sexy, and that was fun. It was fun to walk out of a movie and go like, "Oh, that was kind of sexy."
Yeah.
So anyway, put boobs back in movies. This is the Brian Miller. Put boobs back in the movies.
I think when we create lists, when we do a nudity lists, which we have to because this is the big movie canon, we should get really granular about why one nudity is better than the other.
Yeah. And it's not about the nudity list is not about ha cha ha la la la. That's my masturbation noise. Unless
that is what they're trying to do in the scene, right?
I can't wait. I cannot wait until we are litigating. Like, I don't know, Zach. I didn't really get it up for this one.
Yeah, I don't think it's about us personally getting it up.
I agree.
How effective is it in the story?
I agree. I fully agree. How effective is it for what? And if it's being a little sleazy, yeah, how good is it at being a little fucking sleazy?
Mm-hmm.
I find
we should get a woman in here to be a part of that ranking.
We
that
absolutely, it's nothing I have said right now. My wife would not disagree with.
Yeah.
So don't even ask her. Don't even talk to her. Don't even.
Yeah,
don't even bring it up. You don't have to bring it up.
No, yeah, she agrees with everything.
Let's see. The plot of this movie is very simple, right? We have a government canister has been uncovered in this medical supply facility.
Wait, government? You mean like the
No,
one I got
that
delivered
is
here?
eerily similar.
Is this a bit, Brian? I thought we weren't doing bits.
You're the one who got it sent to your house. Will you tell me if it's a fucking bit?
Right. The only person who knows that we were doing Return of the Living Dead that also knows where I live would be you, buddy.
I'm not sending you giant canisters of just plate. When we go on a break, go check if there was a fucking return address on there or something.
Okay. All right. It can't be a coincidence. We'll get into it. It's fine.
I did not as a bit send you a giant metal canister. Zach, I have a child and I'm so fucking broke.
Anyway, the movie, they get a metal canister. Go ahead.
Right. So they are two dummies in the opening, older guy, younger guy. I don't know any of the character names. But they accidentally open this thing up. And that leads into the first time I saw this movie, which was not that long ago. I didn't see this as a kid. I wish I had. I would like, even in like the you know what it was in the height of the like 2000 zombie thing. My friend and I were like, it's like kind of being funny. I didn't want funny. I don't want funny.
It's not funny. It's supposed to be
funny.
serious.
It's apocalypse.
Gritty.
Right.
Movies are gritty.
Yeah, fucking. That was what we were fucking doing. So yeah, we like never that somehow in our video store raids for any zombie stuff, Return of the Living Dead. No. Which is hilarious because it's so much better than all of the crap we watch.
Also, we talked about last week how a lot of things that are zombie staples actually came from Dawn of the Dead and not necessarily Night of the Living Dead. I also think that's true of this film. A lot of the zombie staples, brains
are from this fucking movie.
Yeah,
which is wild. That feels like such the thing. But in Night of the Living Dead, they're not calling for brains.
No.
Dawn of the Dead, they'll fucking eat any part of you.
Yeah.
But we learn in this film that the dead being dead is painful. And brains are the only way to satiate that pain. And we learn that, of course, also because the zombies talk in this movie, which...
right.
Yes.
This is an interesting sequel because it does not take place in the same world as Night of the Living Dead. Right. In this sequel, Night of the Living Dead is a movie that was based on a true story.
Right.
So that allows them to mess with the lore a little bit and change the rules.
Right. The line that we get is that the movie made in Philadelphia, these kids making this movie in Philadelphia, was based on the real case, and the government found out about it, and so they said they couldn't do it, so they had to change it all around. Which no, they'd just kill you. They would just...
Right. Yeah. I mean, they prove at the end of the movie they're willing to do that. So.
So when the canister gets released, we get the opening sequence of this movie that so the first time I saw it, and like that score, I love that synth theme.
Yeah,
that synth theme. And we slow pan in on this body hanging in a freezer, this cadaver, and it's wrapped in plastic, and it just starts to move sort of to the beat of the song. And like, oh fuck, I was like, what? And then the title hits, and I'm like, why the fuck did I not see this movie when I was a kid?
Yes. Now, you and I both talk about how we love opening credits and they should bring them back. But I do love a good pre-credit sequence. Because you still get the credits. You still get the credits.
100%.
It's a delay. Yes, and I love, this is a great one. This is a great one.
We've set the tone we've set some tone here. We set kind of the world. Now you're gonna watch a movie.
Yes. Oh,
Right.
by the way, I saw The Long Walk recently.
Ooh.
35 minutes before opening title. They don't do like credits, which I'm disappointed, but it's a pre-credit sequence, basically 35 minutes.
Wow.
And then you get the opening title in there.
Did you see it was a couple of years ago, Drive My Car 2021?
Shoot. No,
it
I
was
didn't. That was supposed to be really good.
it was beautiful 40 minutes before the title card hits.
I love it. I love it. I love it. See that, but that movie's like 3 hours long, right?
Very long,
Right.
very
So that makes
slow.
sense. This movie's less than 2 hours, and you get 35 minutes in. So
Right,
it's like a
right.
huge chunk of the movie.
Right. Hell yeah, that rolls. I'm excited to see that.
It was fun.
Yeah, that's all right. I probably won't get to that one in the theater, but I'm looking forward to seeing it at home.
Like many King things, it was great concept, a lot of fun. Ending,
ain't that the way it goes? Horror is hard to find an ending for, right?
It is. So when you get a good one like Weapons, you got to really celebrate
Oh God, Weapons! Fuck yeah! God damn, that's a great point. Talk about a movie that ends.
Yeah.
Though people were disappointed.
I know,
disappointed. It was
but
kind of just
they
that
should
simple.
go kick rocks.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
What were you fucking expecting?
Just
what did you think?
Right. It all.
There's not a better answer than that.
No.
That's what I don't get.
And there never is. It's wouldn't it be great if there was? But no, your imagination is always going to go into crazier places than anyone.
Right.
Like,
that's
you
like
make
the
a
ending,
fucking movie.
like the way Lost ended. I'm on an island of I like it a lot, and it's like you weren't going to get any better than that. You never were, guys. You never were.
No. It's it gets talked about in wrestling circles. Wrestling is all about long-term storytelling week to week because it's a soap opera.
Yeah.
So someone will point out something a character said this week and then point out like 2 years ago they said something that set that up. Oh my God, guys, it's a new show every 50, like they make 50 episodes of this show a fucking year. Some of it's going to start to connect.
Yeah. On accident.
Like, guys, it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And these are very archetypal characters.
But speaking of good endings, this movie I would put in that category. Has a good end. Maybe that's a list. Horror movies with good endings.
Horror movies with good, but it does end with just not dropping a nuclear bomb on it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, wipe it.
Yeah, it's great.
I guess we've been kind of bouncing. The plot of this movie is just they all get holed up, kind of in between these three locations, and try to make it out alive.
It is interesting. In this movie, they create the problem. They make it way worse,
right?
By cremating the body, because you can't in this universe you can't kill the zombies. Cutting their head off doesn't do shit. It would be like the head is alive and the rest of the body's alive. So they cut them up into pieces.
They hack it through the head first, and then it keeps moving.
Yeah, they cut it to shit and they put it in. They cremate it. They go next door to their buddy's place and cremate it.
Sorry, that body was supposed to feature a lot more prominently. I guess once they got it on set, it sucked. It kind of sucked. So they show it as little as they kind of can. And then
interesting.
They didn't like it. And they didn't like the performer, I think. I might be talking out of school there. But so it's kind of just cut around. I love how it's done here. I never would have guessed, but supposed to be a much more prominent effect.
Interesting. Well, they did well. So they put that thing, they chop it up and they put it in, they cremate it, but then the smoke from the cremation chugs out into the air. There's a storm, it rains, and then all the dead are coming back to life. It
rains onto the cemetery, and we get our, of course, "Do you want to party?" as which
Yeah.
is just, that was another one of those times of seeing the movie as an adult, and like the zombies come up. That the song is called "Surfin' Dead" by the Cramps, and like it blasts up with a strong vocal of like, "Do you want to party?" And it's like, "Fuck yes, I do want to party. I do want to party. Fuck, this movie rules."
This movie has an element of it is a siege movie like the other, like the Romero stuff, but it also has a one crazy night thing going on.
Yes.
We're like, we made a mistake and we're trying to fix it, and then that leads to more mistakes, and like it's just one thing. Like that's the comedy aspect, one thing piling on top of another. Yeah.
So our original two guys, they inhale the gas, and they are effectively zombies, right? Very like as the eventually paramedics make their way into the facility, the funeral home, which is one of our it's the medical supply facility, it's the funeral home, it's the cemetery, are our three locations. All great, all sort of evocative, great set design across the three sets.
Good looking movie.
Yes, so just good in a simple, pure way, just evocative. Like I've been referring to this as a Halloween party movie, right? Of like, it's, you have it on in the background on mute, and there's always something kind of fun happening on screen, which is what I want if I'm putting a movie on at a party where we're not actually going to watch the movie, you know? So
it reminds me of, not in terms of subject matter or genre necessarily, but it reminds me of like Men in Black, which is like, to say that like maybe it's not a masterpiece, but it's right on the fucking money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
have you seen that one? Have you seen that recently?
Men in Black? Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah,
I thought it was really fucking good.
It's great. No, that's what I'm saying. So my point is like, maybe not a masterpiece, but also maybe perfect.
I think it's a pretty perfect screenplay, if nothing else.
Right.
You know,
it's pretty airtight. It is exactly what it wanted to be. And that you could say that about this movie too, I think.
Yes. Man, Men in Black, they don't make them like that anymore, man. Just good, high concept, like just the charisma out of Will. Fuck, good movie. Good. Let's talk about Men in Black.
We will someday.
Definitely. We should do comic book movies that aren't the movies based on a comic that aren't like superheroes.
Yeah, non-superhero 90s non-superhero comic adaptations. That's a rich text.
Yeah. There's a lot there. Eventually we can get to a history of violence. Which is maybe the weirdest, like based on a comic. I haven't seen it since theaters, but I loved it when I saw it then. Is that Cronenberg?
Yeah. It's solid, man. I watched it a couple years ago.
Yeah. I remember like it was that got, speaking of sex in movies, that got like I was working in a movie theater when that one came out, and that was like, that one's weird. That's got a weird one. When I was working in a movie theater, I had all the nudity of the movie scoped out. Like
I'm gonna go check the projector in room 4.
Like, Wedding Crashers has the montage of where they are bedding a series of women, and I had that fucking timed out.
I mean, History of Violence has some hardcore sex scenes.
Yeah.
But like, it's all part of the theme of violence in the movie. So
that's exactly like that's it's pointless. Not in that one. Not in that one.
No. Yeah.
Sometimes movies are just supposed to make you feel stuff. Actually, creature effects. I would love to fucking talk about the creature effects in this movie.
So good.
I think you know, it's
we will officially rank it at the end of the episode, but I mean, I think
it's the special effects, and Tom Savini gets all of the kind of credit for the zombie stuff, and obviously like incredible work there especially in Dawn of the Dead. I think the imagination is off the fucking charts here. Of the Tar Man is the famous one. In the basement of the medical supply facility. It's like the face is a puppet. And and then the body is like this torn, melting flesh, and it's got these big bulging eyes. So good, so evocative.
They're allowed to go sillier here in this movie, which is probably more fun from a makeup creature effect
Yes,
perspective.
absolutely.
You get to have more fun because Dawn of the Dead, they have their fun, but it's supposed to be realistic and it's supposed to be just the same kind of.
Right.
It's
Right.
just
They're supposed to be
everyone looks
shambling
basically the same.
corpses.
Yeah, and this you get a lot more variety in what's going on.
Right.
And,
I loved. I laughed very hard. I had forgotten about him. I believe. I do not know what the currently and politically correct term for a little person would be. Just a person who is short, a person who is very short.
Yeah.
It playing sort of like a torso that is then waddling and chasing. I think it might have been an ambulance driver. So good, so good. I love the puppet of the older woman zombie, like the one that like explains why they eat the brains. They have her splayed out on the medical. I believe that is fully a puppet. And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
More zombies should be puppets. Zombies should talk more and they should be puppets more.
The talking threw me. I forgot about the talking, and it's not like a couple lines. It's like they talk
No,
a
the
lot.
zombies just straight up talk, and it's really fun.
And they're pretty intelligent. They're not dumb zombies, mindless zombies. They're like,
right.
There's a reason they're going after the brains.
Right. The one that makes me laugh every time is so 2 ambulances basically get sent, and then cops come. The cops get out of the car. They're basically immediately swarmed by zombies who are waiting in ambush for them. And one of the zombies crawls into the car, grabs the whatever the handset is, and goes, "Send more cops."
But I think that's the second beat of the joke, because the first one is like,
Yes.
send more ambulance drivers,
Right.
Yeah.
And then I love the ambulance drivers. We see that from inside the funeral home through the ambulance goes on, and we see the zombies swarm them. God, I'm back on board, man. I'm back. This is
One thing I liked about this movie is that although it does have the Friday the 13th element of obnoxious teenagers, they're not pieces of shit. They're not like backstabbing each other. Even though the lead guy, who is like the biggest dick, who gets it first, is like heroic. He's going in there to save his friend's life.
Right.
And then he, of course, gets his brain eaten out.
Right.
But they're all like, and the other guy who lives the longest, he's also, he's smart. He's not an idiot. He's trying to, he's doing what he can. They're not cardboard characters. They don't have like a lot of depth, but
no, it's all pretty like archetypal stuff. But I love there's the 2 punk kids. They're leaning up against as all this shit's going down. And the girl says to the guy, it's like, "I never liked you," and then it's like, "Hold me." And it's like there's moments of tenderness between them in this very simple, like the relationships are very simple. But man, I just think this is a great fucking movie. I really, really like it.
Yeah, I really liked the Clu Gulager performance. He's the main guy, the old guy who owns the medical center, or the medical supply place.
Yes,
I
yes.
think that's a great
Has
performance.
some confidence to him too.
Right, but he plays it. It's not like a made-up movie character. It feels like a real guy.
Yeah,
it really feels like he's not like overly heroic. He's not a piece of shit. He's just like a guy who owns a medical supply place.
Right.
Trying to figure out how to keep his business, but then realizing like maybe we have to just save our lives here. But there's not a false note in the performance.
No, definitely not. There's also a subplot here. We get a couple of beats of it. Of the military has lost this canister, and they have been looking for it for a long time. So he's the guy you were talking about. Basically leads the kids down into the basement where that canister is. There's a phone right by it. The canister that's been opened up, he calls the number, and we get this military person who wakes up in bed with his wife, and it's a great shot, right, of He's on the phone at his bedside, turns the light on. His wife is behind him, perfectly sort of cheated out to his left hand of the frame, and she's doing some great like reaction acting to this long take of this military guy on the phone getting all of the information. He's asked like, and then why didn't you call before? Oh, I see. Well, what happened
Yeah,
next? And it's
But he's not. He doesn't seem concerned. He's taking down notes like it. Like okay.
right.
Yeah. How many?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a long scene, but it's really good.
Yeah.
And so she'd only hear, we don't need we know the information that he's asking, but to hear
Right.
him coldly asking it, which it plays it well, right? If you know the ending, you kind of know that it's cold, just taking down the facts. It sounds in control, in which I guess it is.
Right. It sounds like this guy's in charge. He's going to send help. They're going to be fine.
Right. No, because the government doesn't give a fuck about you. Ronald Reagan doesn't fucking care about you, actually.
They nuke the town, but they reap what they sow because that nuke spreads it even further. That's the idea, right? At the ending.
Right.
The rain
setting it up
comes
perfectly
back.
for 4 mediocre to terrible sequels. As far they did make this, so this movie made money. I think the
That was a hit.
figure that I got was like a $6 million budget, $14 million gross, like pretty good. Definitely a hit
For the mid 80s for a horror movie. Yeah.
Right. It might actually have been $4 million. And I think I think it was 4, made 14, and then I think 2 got bumped up to 6 and only made like 9. It's the sequels, I would say largely you're good skipping them, right? Like there's nothing you need to see in the sequels. 2's okay, 3's better than 2, it ain't 1. And then the other 2 are like Sci-Fi Channel. They're not movies. A new reboot, a Lega sequel is coming out this year.
Really?
Trailer dropped a couple of months ago. I don't it's going to be
theatrical?
A direct streaming.
Yeah, okay.
I doubt it. There is a trailer. I meant to have it kind of ready to go, but time was pressed this week. But you can look it up on YouTube. I don't expect to see it until it's on Tubi,
Right. Yeah, which will be in 3 months.
Right. I think it's going to be one of those things in 2 years. I'll be like, oh, right, that came out. It's going to be one of those,
Speaking of, this is not the current marathon or double feature, but I sent you that link. They are doing a new sleepaway camp.
That's right. I think
it looked like with the original director too.
Oh wow! I didn't look that much. I remember you sending me that, and then I never looked into it further. I think Kenan Thompson is involved in that in some capacity.
Producer or something.
Yeah. I am like simultaneously like not interested and interested.
Right?
Like,
right.
Why are you doing that?
Right.
People know that movie, but like people don't know that movie. Virgins know that movie. But any other thoughts on Return of the Living Dead before we get?
I want to see the mid-aughts shitty music video style remake of Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, right. Seriously,
the Michael Bay produced
the 2007 Platinum Dunes one.
Yeah. No more thoughts on. I mean, we'll talk about it in comparison with Dawn of the Dead and with the lists and everything. But I mean, it's a blast of a movie. You can't go wrong.
It's good fun. It's good Halloween spooky.
This is one you would throw on at a party, right? I think you said that. That's
that's it. It's a great 1 a.m. on Tubi watch. You know, I think it's perfect at that. It's a just fuck it. It's a perfect if video stores. It's a perfect VHS. You know,
Yes. Yes.
I love it. I think it's delightful. Should we take a break?
Yep.
Great. Well, I'm gonna run some TV spots. That's gonna be about 5 minutes, and we'll come back to it. We'll play some games
Cool.
and add Return of the Living Dead to the big movie canon. We'll be back.
Resting in peace until they were rudely interrupted.
Sit on a gravestone.
Just want to party.
This place is a mess.
Now look who's awake.
They're on the way.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party.
I think things are getting out of hand.
The Return of the Living Dead. Rated R. The Return of the Living Dead.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party. The Return of the Living Dead. Rated R. They were resting in peace until they were rudely interrupted.
What do you want to do, Scud? Sit on a gravestone.
Just want to party.
This place is a mess.
Now look who's awake.
They're on the way.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party.
I think things are getting out of hand.
The Return of the Living Dead. Rated R. Starts Friday, August 16th at a theater near you. The Return of the Living Dead.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party. The Return of the Living Dead. Rated R. Starts Friday, August 16th at a theater near you. They were resting in peace until they were rudely interrupted.
What do you want to do, Scud? Sit on a gravestone.
Just want to party.
This place is a mess.
Now look who's awake.
They're on the way.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party.
I think things are getting out of hand.
The Return of the Living Dead. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you. The Return of the Living Dead.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party. The Return of the Living Dead. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you. They were resting in peace until they were rudely interrupted.
What do you want to do, Scud? Sit on a gravestone.
Just want to party.
This place is a mess.
Now look who's awake.
They're on the way.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party.
I think things are getting out of hand.
The Return of the Living Dead. Rated R. Special sneak preview Friday, August 9th. The Return of the Living Dead.
Break.
They're back from the grave and ready to party. The Return of the Living Dead.
Look at us back on the wrong fucking frame setting. That's a StreamYard issue. That's not a MovieBot problem, but it starts us here, and I don't want to start here. I want to start here. How you doing, Zach? Zach, did you open that fucking canister? You didn't open that canister, did you?
I was just trying to.
Zach, did we just talk about Return of the Living Dead for an hour? And then you went and you opened up that fucking canister?
I was just trying to get a look at it, and there was like cracked open and a bunch of steam shot out. I'm sure I'll be fine.
That's
I'm sure
literally what happened in the movie. That's literally what happened in the fucking movie.
It's probably
dude.
fine.
That's
probably. Brian, tell me I'm gonna be okay.
Tell you what. Send me some blood through the mail, and then I will run it through MovieBot.
Okay.
And then he will tell me if you are.
How
okay.
fast can you do that? Is that like? Can we do that tonight?
I mean, I have terrible time management, so it's going to be at least 9 months.
Okay. Hopefully, this is slower acting than the
and
gas
it'll
from the movie.
It's like a cavity. Ignore it. It'll fix itself. You know.
I forgot, Brian. Did we? Is our voicemail set up this week? Like, are we getting calls?
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. We have set up a voicemail box. We are hoping to get some live calls someday. I'm gonna get rid of this BRB on our screen here.
We got a live call last week from the fucking pizza delivery.
Did get a live call. I didn't send out a blast here. So I doubt we have anything. We do have a voicemail box. So we have been taking calls, thoughts on the movie. If you watched the movie before, please call us, leave a voicemail, tell us what you thought about it. We would love to. Like I said, I don't think we do. Do you remember Steven from last week? Steven.
Oh, he called back. He did not like Dawn of the Dead.
Did not like Dawn of the Dead, but I wonder. Okay. Here we go.
Maybe he's more of a comedy guy. Maybe he enjoyed this one.
Right. All right. Steven.
Another week, another stupid zombie flick. Bad acting, bad effects, bad karate. The only part I liked was when the naked lady zombie danced around.
That voice. What is that voice?
So
You've heard that voice.
Fucking familiar, dude. What is that?
What was that line about karate?
I don't.
The bad karate. Was there karate? Did he watch a different movie?
I don't remember. Well, I mean, he got the naked lady, so there's another lady with a naked lady dancing around a graveyard. But
karate, bad karate.
Steven, what is your deal, man?
Yeah, I don't know what do you want us to cover?
Yeah, Steven, call anytime and tell us what you want us to cover.
Yeah, leave a voicemail for us. He didn't like the acting either. He must have really high standards for acting.
I don't have any problem with a single performance. I think every performance in this movie is tuned.
Maybe this Steven guy is like a real thespian.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe we should get some really like actor fucking movies. You know?
Yeah.
Best actor winners is a good marathon.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Write them down. Should we play a game?
Yeah. Do you just want to play the Malton game? Do I even need to draw?
Do you not have the cup handy? Is that you telling me you don't
have the cup?
Okay,
I'm
great.
just
no.
saying,
I mean, like no. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
How many episodes have we done? We did a scene double. We did 3 more. We've done 5 so far. 5 times.
But scene double's not an official episode, so we've done 4. But we have driven. We've drawn Leonard Maltin 5 times.
Right, we've drawn 5 times. I've drawn this motherfucker 5 times. We have not played Degrees of Kevin Bacon yet.
We have not
played. I wrote an album of other Soviet. The Gladiator Deathmatch theme is going to Taylor Swift wishes.
I do really hope we're not going to get fucking gladiators because I did not have time to prep for that. I've prepped for that for every other episode to have a gladiator death match. We really probably shouldn't just throw that in a random thing and then prep for it every show. But
okay,
let's draw.
Okay, this is where we draw a game.
Let's get the Muppet one. I'm ready with Muppets. One human actor stays.
Did this movie rule or stink? What did Leonard Maltin
fucking commit suicide on YouTube.
It's been done, I'm sure. Leonard Maltin in the 90s. We didn't have Rotten Tomatoes. If you were at the video store and you wanted to know if a movie was worth watching, what it was about, you had to have one of these movie guidebooks. This was the premier movie guidebook by Leonard Maltin. Edited by, I think there's like 20 critics who contributed to this, but it's got his name on it.
And I'm sure he's read all of them. I'm sure he approves,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Brian attempts to guess what Maltin thought of the movie, what he says in his little blurb, and also what star rating he got it. Maltin grades on a scale of bomb, 1 star, 1.5, 2 star, 2.5, 3 star, 3.5, 4 stars. Bomb's the lowest, 4 stars is the highest. Brian, tell me what you think he thought about Return of the Living Dead.
So I gotta say, I'm at a real loss this week. He didn't do Sleepaway Camp, so I can't assess from there. I can't.
Right. He really liked Dawn of the Dead.
He really liked Dawn of the Dead, and man, that's an interesting. But Dawn of the Dead is some hippie, like anti-Vietnam shit, anti-consumerism shit, which really, like, Leonard Maltin's kind of also of that era and generation, right? Which this movie's has, but it's a little more of like a middle finger punk rock version of it,
Dawn of the Dead was quite well received by most critics upon release.
It's a very good movie.
Yes.
And
that makes more sense that Leonard would like a movie like that. I'm not sure what the critical reaction to this movie was. I think it was positive.
It's a fun movie. I don't see any reason why anyone would have fun with it, except for Leonard Maltin, who in some previous iterations of like practice versions of this show, he didn't like a lot of very good movies in the horror genre.
Horror was not his thing. He
right.
Famously gave Dante's Peak and Volcano better reviews than The Thing, The Fly, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So
that's so fucking you 3 fucking bangers and like
3 great horror classics.
Straight up great movies. So would Leonard Maltin 1985 appreciate the sort of middle? And I don't know the critical consensus of this. It was a hit though. There's so much talent and imagination on display here, especially on like the visual end. That like I can't see why he wouldn't appreciate it. And it's all very playful, right? It's not very. The Thing is a mean movie, right?
Right. It is. Yes, that's a great way to describe it.
Whereas this is very playful in its gore. Yeah. I am going to say, you know what? I think he's going to point out the effect. I think he's going to point out the Tar Man. It's such a good puppet, man. Though I don't think he liked this as much as Dawn of the Dead, which if I remember correctly, he gave it 3.5 to.
Correct.
I think Leonard Maltin is going to compare it unfavorably to Night of the Living Dead, maybe. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5.
2.5. Okay.
And I think he's going to call. I'm going to take a real swing here. I think he's going to go obnoxious on the punks. I think there's going to be some line about obnoxious, even though I disagree. I'm ready when you are.
Yes. Okay. We got the Return of the Living Dead, 1985, directed by Dan O'Bannon, starring Clu Gulager, James Karen, Don Calfa, Tom Matthews, Beverly Randolph, and John Philbin. Brian, I want to let you know before I read this, I disagree with almost every sentence of this review.
Oh my God. God.
It's not just in terms of quality of the movie, but like statements about the movie. I think some of them are just straight wrong. Okay. What starts as a spoof of George Romero's zombie films.
Nope, satire at best.
With wonderful comic performance by Karen as supervisor of medical warehouse,
Okay.
loses its footing when the tone and the violence turn serious. Directing debut for screenwriter, sci-fi screenwriter O'Bannon, followed by 2 sequels and 2 direct-to-video sequels. I like how they just differentiate between those.
It's different.
2 stars.
Did I get? I said 2.5. Fuck.
You said 2.5.
I missed him by the half on the both, but
I don't think you hit any of the. This is a weird review. This is a weird review.
I wasn't accounting Leonard Maltin being fully wrong.
Yeah, it is not a spoof.
Play on a little bit, but
it's a sequel. Yeah.
And it also, Dan O'Bannon did want to he didn't want to step on Romero's toes at all, so he wanted to change it up a little bit.
Right.
It's
does movie expert Leonard Maltin not know what his spoof is?
Yeah, I wonder if that was like good enough for like the space in because the movie guide, I have not actually looked at one myself.
Right,
That's dense text, right? Like we're packing a lot in a little bit. So I wonder if that was just a good enough way to say it's a play on, but
when does the tone become serious?
I don't know what he's talking. There's moments where like the characters have heart, but
right. No, I guess my point is to the extent that it is serious, it's that level throughout.
Yeah. There's
that doesn't change really. The level of
there's never a moment where the movie's not being playful. You know,
right? It's very playful, but there's serious stakes. It's not Naked Gun.
No, and this movie ends on the government nuking the town.
Right,
like that's very
supposed
funny.
to be funny. It's supposed to be funny. Yeah. Yeah. Maltin, I'm not shocked by the 2 stars. I disagree with it, but I am just utterly perplexed by this little blurb.
I just, missed it.
Real quick, 2 bonus guesses.
Mm.
Can you tell me? I haven't seen either of these movies. What do you think the star rating for part 2 and part 3 are? The first one is 2 stars.
2 is a little more family friendly. It still has an R rating, but we have a little more. There's kids here, and it has a happier ending, right? They fix the problem.
There's little kids in it.
In the very like 80s movie kind of way, right?
Wow,
It's a little kid or two. I haven't seen it in a long time. But and then like a very like Stranger Things kind of thing of like some teenagers and some younger kids. Still an R rating, but a lot more like 80s adventure. It's not very good though. It's okay. There's some fun stuff in it, but it's a lot cheaper. The zombies don't look as good despite having a higher budget. I'm gonna go 1 on number 2.
2 stars.
Wow, he liked it just as much.
Yes. Just as much. 3. What do you think? Part 3.
3. Okay, 3 is directed by Brian Usna, who is horror hounds love Usna. Society, which is great, and then also Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's not a good kind of like 2. It's a little darker in tone. Again, it's a little more nihilistic, sort of like the first one is. It's not good. I don't go out of your way to watch it, but it's got some interesting stuff there. They took some swings with it. It's a little Romeo and Juliet. The girlfriend turning into a zombie.
Sounds like a Halloween Ends situation.
It's a little
interesting swings in here.
Yeah. I like it more than 2, but neither are worth seeking out. I'm gonna go 1 though. Again,
1 star.
Yeah.
2.5 stars.
Son of a bitch. So I mean, it is the best sequel.
But he likes it more than the original.
Crazy! Wow, son of a bitch. I would actually 2.5 on the Leonard Maltin scale is borderline. He liked it. Like
on the horror, Maltin scale.
Yeah.
Sure. No,
Wow,
I mean,
wow,
he
wow.
does. I think it's the blurb is pretty positive too. We're never going to cover that movie, so I'll just read it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
A very different approach from the first two entries results in a serious thriller about a teenager who uses the zombie gas to resurrect his girlfriend with horrendous results. An intelligent, gruesomely imaginative, and tragic love story, but it doesn't know when to quit.
It's a 1 a.m. on Tubi. You could do worse than Return of the Living Dead 3. There's a lot of crap on Tubi. Return of the Living Dead 3 ain't. It's not a piece of crap. It's fun. Wow, Leonard threw me for a swing on all of those. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's
Son
a
of a
loose
bitch.
cannon this week.
All right, is it time to add Return of the Living Dead to the
We gotta hurry because I'm getting kind of woozy from that
man,
gas that I opened up that canister. You know what I'm
I
saying?
really wish you hadn't done that. Is the thing. I wish we would have talked about it. I guess
you told me to go look at see if there was an address on it.
Did you see an address on there?
I don't know. The gas shot in my face.
Yeah. Okay. So we have our big list here. We will do the ranking of the movies last, of course. Gore effects.
Well, we gotta rate the movie first. We gotta give our review.
Oh, you are absolutely right.
I mean, this is probably a good time as any to do the comparison to Dawn of the Dead. I mean, we have been comparing them throughout.
Yes,
they're very different kinds of movies, but they are in the same genre. They're sequels to the same movie.
Right. It's now. I've put myself on paper as a return guy, right? I really love this movie. There's no taking out the full context here of Dawn of the Dead is a very important movie in horror. Right. This is a really fun movie. You know?
Dawn of the Dead is like a movie that you would watch at film school.
Yes.
And Return of the Living Dead is a movie you would watch at a party.
Exactly. And it's great at that. I don't think it's intended to be anything else.
Way better party movie than Dawn of the Dead.
Yes. If I was at a Halloween party, like, I'm going to put Dawn of the Dead on and be like, don't do that.
You'd be like, sure, I'll be smoking on the patio.
Right, exactly. That's like a real movie, not to say that this isn't, but this is a romp. This is a
no, and there's Dawn of the Dead's a movie when I'm watching it, I really want to pay attention to. You Return of the Living Dead, and that's that sounds like a backwards compliment, but you could tune in and out of Return of the Living Dead and get the same amount of joy
you
from
can kind of also watch this movie on mute, and sort of get it.
Yeah.
Which is complimentary.
That's what would probably happen at a Halloween party. There's music playing and then the TV's on.
Right.
And mute.
Right. Yeah. Right. And then someone just sees the tar man and go, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
I think I feel I can't go lower than a 4 on it. I just can't do it.
No,
I don't feel. You gave it a 4 personally?
I gave it a 4 on my letterbox.
Yeah, I don't. I don't feel strongly about the half. Because I do actually want to it's not.
Right.
I think it's a
this
5-star,
is a fastball
4-star
right down
movie.
the middle. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. 5-star, 4-star movie.
It gets the heart.
It gets the heart 100%. For sure.
In terms of our blurb, should we say something like more movies should have naked porn star dances, or what are we?
More graveyard stripteases, more talking zombies, more nuking cities at the end.
Yeah, but I think you should put at the beginning movies should have, and then colon more, so that we know that, because otherwise it seems like we're complaining the movie didn't have enough graveyard.
Which is
absurd. Which would be an absurd thing to say.
There's so much of this in there. All right, I feel good.
Yep.
Entered. All right. Ranking of the movies will of course be last. Gore effects.
I think this shoots to number 1.
I gotta say, yeah, man, I'm with you.
Right.
It helps that 10 years has passed. This has a much bigger budget than Dawn of the Dead. Much bigger.
Right. This is Dawn of the Dead's fantastic, but the effects are better in this.
Right. Now, give Tom Savini Return of the Living Dead money, and
Of course.
who knows?
I mean, one day we will cover the Night of the Living Dead remake, which he directed, so we'll see where that lands.
Right. End of the World?
Yes, it does qualify because the nuke at the end spreads the zombie thing, right?
Right.
Don't you think? But I think in terms of end of the world movie, it doesn't have enough in there to be above Dawn of the Dead.
No.
Right.
No, but it goes on the list.
Yeah.
In the same way a lot of zombie movies would, right?
Yeah.
I didn't save.
Yeah, don't forget to save that thing.
I have before and I had to go back. No helicopter. Seems like there could be an opportunity for a helicopter.
Was there really no helicopter?
There's no helicopter in the fucking movie.
There's
dude.
like military stuff, but there's no helicopter. Dang.
No.
That's surprising.
Horror.
I think so.
Above Sleepaway, under
Yeah.
Dawn.
I think so.
Dawn of the Dead, there's no getting around. It's an important movie, like, it's a movie you would watch in film school.
And I would say it's more horrific than Return of the Living Dead.
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
If someone was like, let's watch a scary movie, don't put on Return of the Living Dead,
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
There's no mall. There's a zombie, though.
Yeah, I think this qualifies for zombie movies.
I think so. Oh man, it's so.
This is
it's
tough.
scary.
This is a tough one.
It's tough. But like Dawn of the Dead does have that extra half star,
Yes. No, I yes, agreed.
They are.
Did you save it? Oh.
Good thing. These two are going to be together, I think, for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it'll be interesting.
I don't know how many zombie movies can challenge Dawn of the Dead for number one.
I don't. I think you're right. The Zack Snyder remake.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's on the higher. It's in the top 10% of zombie movies probably ever made.
I think you're right, and it's the best Zack Snyder movie by far.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By a country mile.
Yeah. The opening titles. Everything's had an opening title so far. That's cool. These
ones are good. Yeah.
Yeah. They ain't Mortal Kombat.
Title.
That's for damn sure. I would say certainly better than Sleepaway Camp. I feel pretty good currently putting this at number 2. Dawn of the Dead. How did Dawn of the Dead was in the news station?
Carpet. She's in the carpet, and it's like the red carpet, and it has the
right.
It's creepy. It's good. It's a good sequence, but
yeah,
I'm down with putting Return of the Living Dead up there. Yeah. I kind of like Sleepaway Camp's credits because it's so creepy.
It is good, dude.
Those abandoned cabins.
But
the synth really drops in. The synth drops in Return of the Living Dead, and you're like, "Yeah, baby, let's go."
It gets me so fucking jazzed for the movie.
Yeah.
We can. Here's a question: once they're in, can we relitigate if like 6 weeks from now, if we're like, actually, I don't like the Sleepaway Camp ones, and can they go down?
That's a great.
How much
question.
can we relitigate?
That's a great question because our memory of the movie is different than our impression of having just watched it. And who's to say?
Who's to say?
I think let's reserve the right to do whatever the fuck we want.
It's our fucking show and no one's watching. We can do whatever the fuck we want, god damn it. This is the idea is that once we are done, we have established the big movie.
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And hey, this is a way to get the audience eventually involved. If they have a real issue with something we've done, let us know. We might
relitigate. Maybe we can do special episodes just around relitigating.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Okay. Let's see. Working our way down. Not a kids movie.
No.
I do like that theme. I like that synth theme a lot.
Yeah, I think it's on the list, but I don't think it's super high.
Yeah.
At least for right now. it's the bottom of the list, but it's also the second highest.
Right. Agreed. I do like that main theme. But otherwise I didn't notice the score that much. It's not a kids movie, not a character-based comedy. There is no one called Return of the Living Dead in the film. Ernest and Jim Varney are not in the film.
Would have been better. But,
how fun would that be? How fun would that be?
Burn! There's a zombie coming. Know what I mean?
Burn, hurry up, Burn. Put this in here, and that in there, and that in there, and this and over here. I want you to come down and help me eat this doubles pizza.
Anytime, Jim. Anytime.
If he lived long enough, you could see him in a Ernest zombie movie in the aughts when the zombie craze was happening.
Yes. If Ernest was in this movie, it wouldn't be that far off. Like you could.
No, it wouldn't be worse. It wouldn't be worse. It wouldn't be noticeably worse.
No. And we could have gotten a beautiful song in the middle of it. A beautiful song. I did see on Tubi scrolling through one of the later Ernests that was probably on television. I'm like, okay, these degraded in quality significantly.
Ernest Goes to Africa. No, thank you.
Not based on a commercial. I thought that the Cramp song might have been written for this movie. It was not. It is perfect though when that pops up. It's used so often in all the marketing. It's really good. But unfortunately not an original song. No yikes.
No, I don't think so. And
nothing. It wasn't
to some people. The naked dancing lady would be a yikes, but not to me.
I think we had a whole discussion about how no. Not at a summer camp. No baseball. Not a slasher. No inspiring sports speeches. It has action, but it's not an action movie. No Van Damme. Not based on a video game.
Do we don't have? Oh, we do just have horror movie. Yeah, we do that.
We do.
Okay,
we don't have comedies.
Oh, interesting. So we got to add comedies.
Yeah.
We got to add pre-title sequences.
Pre-title sequences. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna add Return first.
And we probably should have discussed this before, but when we rank these kind of more granular things like pre-title, we're not rating the whole movie, we're rating the pre-title sequence, right?
Correct.
Right.
We are rating them based on the list, based on how it applies to the list, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So if in score, we're rating the score. Not the overall quality of the film. Correct. Did we do any other comedies? We did Sleepaway Camp, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. We're talking
Ernest
comedy section of the rental store, of the video store.
Yeah, Ernest, I think qualifies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could be in kids too, but that's a kids comedy. I mean,
comedy's its own sort of thing. And I think at the moment we rate it based on how it is as a comedy. Do you like it up top? I don't. I say that with no opinion necessarily of myself. I quite like Ernest Goes to Camp.
Honestly, and I'm not even talking about just the overall quality of the movie, but in terms of how funny they are, Return of the Living Dead might be the funniest of those three.
I think so. I think I laughed the most at it.
Yeah, it's a relatively low bar.
Right. No disrespect to 3-star Ernest Goes to Camp, but I do think Return of the Living Dead is hey man, show me something that's going to make me laugh. I'll show you Return of the Living Dead.
Yes. Yeah.
I am glad we can relitigate though, because recency bias could always be a thing. It's not. Having just watched it is not a good.
Yep.
As long as when we wrap up this show, when we are 80 years old, we'll stop it when we're 80 years old. That's it. I'm
Well,
I'm a,
I
I'm a
think
little younger than you, so we both
I
have to
think
hit.
we should set an age limit as soon as the presidency does, and then we can put an age limit on us.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. Pre-title sequence.
Pre-title sequence. Pre-fucking titles, baby. The one that confuses me every time. Let's make it super confusing still.
I don't think any of the other ones did, right?
I don't think so either. There we go.
Mortal
Number
Kombat
one.
is the opposite, is the least pre-title sequence a movie could have.
Yes.
Because the title begins during the
and it's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat ain't that bad. But great. And then all that leaves is the ranking of the movies.
I mean, wait, hold on. We got to make sure there are no other categories. I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Nudity, Brian.
Nudity.
Sleepaway Camp would be on there, but lower.
Yes,
right?
Correct. That is correct. Though now, and then there's the thing. Sleepaway Camp, not pointless nudity. Very important to the plot.
Oh, it's
Return
horrifying.
of the Living Dead's is better.
Much better. Also important to the plot.
Also important to the plot. Because in the plot, there's a naked lady in the cemetery.
Is there nudity in Ernest? I'm trying to remember.
That's a Disney film, so there can't be.
He
right?
does whip out his dick. Oh no, that's Ernest Goes to Town. Sorry, it's a different.
Yeah, I was gonna
movie.
say I don't remember
I was
that.
thinking.
I didn't want to be like, no, I don't think so. Also, Jim Varney's dick is not in any of this movie. No R-rated movies can show a dick. Well, that's not true. You can show a non-sexual dick.
Which is the worst kind, right?
That is the worst. That is the worst kind of penis. Okay. Any other new categories?
Famously, Dawn of the Dead doesn't contain nudity, as that preview we watched let us know. This movie contains no nudity. What about sorry, I'm trying to keep you here literally all night.
Yeah, let's do it.
Say, what about 60-year-old leads or like over 50 leads, over 60 leads?
Let's do it.
Over 60 leads, I think.
Over 60 leads. Can't wait to get to that. Clint Eastwood.
Let's make sure he's actually over 60, though. Hold on.
Great point. 60 and 60s.
Lou Gulager.
86, 85 was Return of the Living Dead, so we might have to do some math.
He was born in 1928.
You're gonna have to do that math.
Oh, he was just under, so he was in his 50s. So over 50s.
Doesn't qualify. No.
Over 50 list.
60s. No, kidding. Over 50 leads. Great.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we get to Cocoon.
I think they might be younger than that, though, because Wilford Brimley, like, just always looked old.
50, you used to look like shit.
Yeah.
And now you look fine. All right.
Fine. We can do
it's time.
Yeah,
it's time to rank the film.
This is pretty easy.
Yeah, I think this slots into number 2.
We don't. It's no other movie has 4 stars, so we know exactly where this goes. So this one, our first seeing double, I would say, Mortal Kombat 1 in like the second round knockout.
Yes.
This went the distance. This went to the judges.
Yes. It's
I would say once it went to the judges, it was unanimous, but it went the full 12 rounds.
It did the goddamn fight. You know? Yeah. It's It's a really good movie. There's no getting around it. It's just really, really good at what it sets out to do.
It was unanimous, but each judge, it was like 9-10.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
a close, right?
We're coming down to like a really good movie that does what it set out to do, right? No notes as far as like you're making this funny zombie movie, right? Dawn of the Dead is a movie you'd send into space to like.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yep. Because if you were like, hey, what is a zombie movie? I would be like, you can watch Dawn of the Dead or you can watch Night of the Living Dead. Those are your choices.
All right, another movie entered into the canon. Who, fun one, really, really fun one.
It was good. I think the fun's going to continue, if not quality of movie. I think the fun will continue, though.
I think we got a good marathon coming up. That's going to wrap up our Seeing double feature for Night of the Living Dead sequels. Zach, would you like to introduce our next marathon?
Yes, I think it's tentatively titled Batshit Horror Sequels Part 1. These are horror movie sequels that came out only a few years after their original movie. These are not legacy sequels. I would say they're within a decade or so of the original in most cases, and they are wild departures from the original in a way that they just don't do anymore with sequels.
Right.
And they are pretty much across the board. They were received quite poorly upon release, whereas the original that they are a sequel to was received very well, even from critics who normally don't like horror movies in the 80s.
Right.
So these are
there's some wild ones on this list. This is going to be a
well-received hit movie horror movies that spawned sequels that were just batshit crazy swings in the 70s and 80s. We're starting with I don't think you've seen this one, Brian. Have you seen the one we're starting with?
I don't.
Exorcist 2: The Heretic.
Never seen The Exorcist 2.
You are famously, I will say, the audience probably doesn't know this, not a sequel guy.
No. Nope.
Which doesn't mean you hate sequels. It just means if you see a movie that you love, you, unlike most people, are not like, oh, there's a sequel? Let me check that out.
My mom would show me movies and then would just be like, the rest of them aren't any good. And I was like, okay. Like,
right. And
so we watched The Exorcist and then, there's more. Don't worry about it.
I would say Jaws is maybe your favorite movie, right?
Yep.
It took you almost 40 years to watch Jaws 2.
Correct.
Jaws is also one of my favorite movies. I watched it when I was a tiny child. Immediately watched Jaws 2 afterwards, and Jaws 3 and Jaws 4.
No, my mom was like, it's no good. Which is funny. Jaws 2 is a fun monster movie, right? Like it's
so. I bring this up because The Exorcist, I would say, is one of your favorite movies amongst them.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
You've never seen The Exorcist.
I've never seen any of the sequels.
I saw, I think, half of it a couple of years ago, and I was like, this is weird. This is interesting. Not good, but this is something.
Yeah. My wife hasn't seen it either, Brian, so we'll watch it together.
I don't think you're prepared for how much of a departure it is from The Exorcist.
Oh, I'm hyped.
It is almost a different genre.
I mean, it would have to be, right? Exorcist is pretty like, I never was like, what happens next? So,
a movie we could potentially have covered in this marathon would be Aliens, because it's such a departure from the first one. But I would argue that is more of an action sci-fi.
Alien is a horror movie. Aliens is an action movie.
Action sci-fi, yes, exactly. Correct. So I don't think it qualifies as batshit horror sequel.
No.
Anyway,
also, Aliens or Alien? I'm Alien. I love Aliens.
I'm Aliens, but they're both 5-star masterpieces. So
yeah, agreed.
It's just like, what mood am I in? What mood am I in?
Do you want to watch a James Cameron action movie or a Ridley Scott sci-fi horror?
Yeah. And either way,
I like both of those.
Yeah. Okay, so your homework this week, kids. Exorcist 2: The Heretic, which I believe is streaming, I think, on Max, because it's WB. So
great. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's gonna wrap it up for this week, guys. Zach, you got a Substack. Tell them about it.
The heathen reads the Bible.substack.com. It is me, a heathen, a non-believer, reading the Bible for the first time from beginning to end and recapping it each week with pictures and jokes. It's very silly. And you don't have to be someone interested in the Bible to enjoy it. Check it out.
It's so funny. It's so good. And very insightful, I feel. Of some very silly things in this very old book that there's a lot to have fun with in that old book, huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
And
by the way, you don't have to be an agnostic or an atheist to enjoy it. I'd say a good chunk of my readers are Christians who just happen to have a sense of humor, which is great.
Which is good. I also have a Substack, the dirtbagstuff.substack.com. I have a bunch of old stuff there. I'm putting new stuff up there starting Tuesday. It's good stuff for people with bad taste. I watch a lot of horror, sci-fi, junk, professional wrestling, just all the junk that I like. And it's all the stuff that I think
I'm so stoked. I was devastated when you stopped posting. So
I'm very lazy, but thank you. dirtbagstuff.substack.com. Movie
that cat is crawling behind me. So it's weird.
MovieBot, do you have anything to take us out on for this week?
It's hunting season.
Applesauce, bitch.
Good night, everybody.
Gotta get